they'll have a meeting with him and hear his side and explain. You got to take care of yourself, and you got to make.
That's right. So Tony Grossi, of all people, Tony Grossi of ESPN Cleveland Sports Show, he responds to the Shedeur situation. You know how Shedeur is getting a speeding ticket? Let me just put that on the screen and be transparent for y'all. Hang on, I got y'all. We got to play Shedeur's video of getting pulled over.
Rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders was ticketed for speeding when he was clocked driving over 101 miles per hour in a 60-mile-per-hour zone. According to documents obtained by 3 News, this happened just after midnight Tuesday in Strongsville. He's been summoned to appear in court July 3rd. Sanders was selected by the Browns after falling to the 5th round in the NFL draft.
Well, Tony Grossi shocks the YouTube family world, the football world, just the world in general. He says the most shocking thing ever, and I'm about to play the video.
I've been broke so many times, I don't know what to believe. Mama say it's my fault, I wear my heart on my sleeve. Niggas bless up on my.
So Tony Grossi, the guy that usually hates on Shedeur Sanders and just makes the obscene reason why he favors Dillon Gabriel, he goes out of his way to discredit the young Cleveland Browns quarterback. But Tony Grossi is going to do the unthinkable and somewhat defend Shedeur Sanders' speeding situation.
I'm sure that they'll have a meeting with him and hear his side and explain. You got to take care of yourself, and you got to make right decisions, and let this be a learning experience for you, so that nothing worse than this happens. So. And listen, it's not the end of the world. It's disappointing, I'm sure, to the Browns and to Coach Prime. I mean, 101 is excessive speed.
Yes.
But again, he'll learn from it, I'm sure.
I mean, it hurts when you got to give credit to a nigga you don't like. And I don't like Tony Grossi. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This ain't going to make us friends, but grown man move right there, Tony. See, I stand on big boy status over here. I don't come here bitch and complain like your favorite YouTuber does. The world is the world, whether we cry or whether we fry. It's the world, bro. So when I get on here, bro, it's not to beg anybody for friendship. Why are you doing black people like that? I ain't none of that. Number one, I stick to code. I love my folks, and I'm the story that ain't told. We're not going to allow propaganda to be pushed with no pushback. Too much times, folks who look like me, they see the propaganda, they see the bullshit, and they don't push back for whatever reasons, or they tap dancing for some type of sponsorship. Over here, I'm the pushback. I'm not complaining at all. We just put the flashlight in the darkness. But Tony Grossi went out his way to say this because he too knows if you are one of these weird people who I seen today snapping and acting like Shedeur just committed a 187, you have lost your raggedy mind, and we are having your fatigue. Not black fatigue, not white fatigue, your fatigue. You know, the same weak nigga that wakes up every day, he always got something to bitch and complain about. I'm trying to go around to people who know this is a hellhole we live in, but they learn how to make lemonade and orange juice out this bitch. You feel me? That's the people I'm trying to rock with. But you, sir, you wake up every day to say this 14% of melanated people is the reason why you're suffering in America, why you're deflecting the real issues going on in America. We're tired of you, bitch. Now, let me keep going forward. Why I thought Tony Grossi, I don't think, I know he's a racist hater, but why I never thought he'll defend Shedeur like that. Let me refreshen up your mind right quick.
Now, could you see how some reporters think this guy looked better? Some reporters think this guy looked better.
I guess so, if they think so. I know what I saw. That's why I charted numbers. I had numbers to prove it. He was 3 of 8 in his second set of 7-on-7.
Who was 3 of 8?
Shedeur.
Okay.
The other guy was 6 of 8. Okay. Slightly better.
Okay.
Yeah. This
okay,
is,
so
this is a period where the ball is not supposed to hit the ground unless...
Could you see how some reporters...
He went out his way to lie on Shedeur and say many other things, which I couldn't contribute it to anything but race. You guys are going to say I'm crazy, but Tony Grossi doesn't follow Colorado football unless he was one of the racial warriors who did follow Colorado, just like us who jumped on the bandwagon. But we admit we love our folks. We want to support Coach Prime. But a lot of these other people who said Colorado was trash and garbage, why were you following every game that they played? This was disturbing because the truth is it was deeper than football. It was bigger than football. And with Tony Grossi, it is that. Shedeur didn't do anything to you. Why are you harboring all these feelings? Because you would still go on more rants on Shedeur. Slick jabs like this.
Probably had more reps than anyone, followed by Flacco and Shedeur Sanders. Kind of a distant fourth. 9 of 14 in terms of number of touchdowns. Dylan Gabriel, 11 of 16, a touchdown and an interception off a tip pass at the line of scrimmage by Mason Graham. Shedeur Sanders, 7 of 9, 3 TDs. All of the TDs occurred in the 7-on-7 red zone period. So take what you want out of those numbers.
He laughed. You seen a little slick laugh he did. He made sure to emphasize. See, he ran through Dylan Gabriel interception. He had the quote, Graham batted it down. But how did Graham bat it down the ball? Graham, he probably is an unbelievable athlete because I've seen some of his highlight tapes. For a big man, Graham is incredibly athletic. But he didn't jump scorching high on the air to block that ball. It's because Dylan Gabriel is too small, doesn't have an arm, and doesn't have pocket awareness. He never did since his junior year in high school in Hawaii. But let's fast forward. I don't like talking football with idiots like Tony who doesn't speak football. So when I see that, it's easy for me to be like, damn, I'm shocked he'd have finished Shedeur. And other people online were shocked as well, too, that he'd have finished Shedeur. This is what people were saying. It's heartbreaking. They got to give him credit. Scott Great said, didn't they have practice today? OGD Wade said, it's a speeding ticket. Don't make me Google the whole team. I'm the same way, bro. I can expose anybody, bro. You feel me? Like, if somebody having a fake outrage over this guy, you know, I'm not saying it wasn't excessive if it comes out to be true in court that Shedeur was going fast like that, because I heard Shedeur deny it. That's what I did here in the audio tape. Shedeur did not. Hold on. This picture of Tony got me rolling, bro. This guy it's something about Tony that just seems so disingenuous, bro. I'm done with Tony Grossi, but I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. I've been harboring breaks. The kids are in summer school. Well, not in summer school. It's the summer vacation, summertime, because they're away from school. So I got to do what I got to do for my fatherly duties. But in the meantime, I'm going to make sure I'm more consistent for you guys. But, man, much respect to Tony Grossi for at least that right there. I'm not going to be fake. I kind of, you know, he didn't earn my respect at all, but he earned my respect for that gesture right there and not being Tony Grossi today. Because the real Tony Grossi would have spazzed. He would have snapped. Much like Mary Kay, because of me, and I'm proud of it, she's now hidden all her goddamn, you feel me, comments. She doesn't want people to see what what people's real reactions really are. And Browns, this is you guys' fault right here, because you pretty much hired Mary Kay. You made her your affiliate. She represents you and your entire organization. So I got to call out you guys. Nobody else but you guys will be getting called out by me. Shout out to Mary Kay for having some type of power on these individuals. I don't know what it is. What did she do to have this so-called power? But much love to Mary Kay, man. But yeah, we put pressure over here because you hiding comments now. But we did that to a lot of your counterparts, Mary. That's what I do over here. We're God-bodied, and it's just going to stay that way. If you want to support the platform, you can donate to us on the PayPal, which is I Smoke Hip Hop Live, or the Cash App, or you can donate simply by watching the video because YouTube pay us. So if you're one of them people, you're going through real life situation, you don't got time for that, then let YouTube do its job. By all you got to do is watch our videos, hit the like or dislike. I don't care which one, but life is going to be spoken into these videos. You're not going to get this scripted situation. You're going to get the real deal, Holy McCoy. You feel me? At the end of the day, I'm going to always tell you to love your family, love your kids, and stay blessed.
I've been broke so many times, I don't know what to believe. Mama say it's my fault, I